Students, today we are going to take up the balance portion of balancing of chemical equation. As a recap of previous video, we have understood that what do you mean by chemical reaction? Where reactants are converted to products, some change is taking place, that is change is a chemical change, where heat is evolved or absorbed, where the state of matter is going to change, where there are new bonds are formed, or there is change in color of the substance. So these are the basic characteristics of a chemical change. Now we have understood that for a reaction to be balanced, we have to first check the number of atoms in the reactant side that should be equal to number of atoms in the product sides. That is also known as law of conservation of mass. So one by one we are going to now the practice for balancing of chemical equation. One thing I would like to tell you that this chemical equation balancing is a task. It is a practice oriented task. More you are doing practice, the more easy it will become. It seems to be difficult, but actually it is easy. Some basic points we should keep in mind that I will discuss while taking up further topic in this video. Please listen carefully and try to do practice as much as you can do. For example, these reactions are there. You try to do yourself by writing on the notepad and with the pen and paper. Okay. Fine. So let us start. This is phosphorus deck oxide. So it is, you know that phosphorus is having valency of 5 and oxygen 2. So P2 of 5 also could be possible. So here it is P4 of 10. Okay. So this phosphorus pentaoxide is also possible. Phosphorus deca oxide also possible. Now when you are combining with water, acid is formed. Which acid? Phosphoric acid. So as earlier also I told you, so you should be careful about the molecular formula, how this molecular formula came into existence. Now if you check the left hand side, how many phosphorus are there? 4. Right hand side, how many are there? 4. Correct. Oxygen, if you check, how many are there? 10. And 10 plus 6, 16. Here it is 4 into 4, 16. Similarly, if you check the hydrogen, 6 into 2, 6 into 2, 12. And here 4 into 3, 12. So basically what we have to check is number of atoms in the left hand side should be equal to number of atoms in the right hand side of the equation, that are products. Now here it is one product. Okay. So zinc sulfate. So zinc valency is 2, sulfate valency is 2, 2 cancel, the formula is zinc sulfate. That is hydrated. Hepta. Hepta means 7. So if you heat, that water molecule will be out. So zinc sulfate plus water will be there. So this is very easy. So similarly this, so always you should focus on how this formula comes into play. Then equation balancing will be very easy. Silver valency is 1, nitrate valency is 1. So cross multiply AgNO3. Similarly chromate. Chromate is CrO4 2 negative and Na is 1. Cross multiply Na2CrO4. So basically how this molecular formula comes into existence, that you should be focusing on whenever you are doing chemical equation. This is very important. Similarly silver valency is 1, chromate valency is 2, so Ag2CrO4 and NaNO3. So now here what is, this is a displacement, double displacement type of reaction. So now here Ag, see the right hand side, see Ag is 2 here. Now here left hand side Ag was 1, so we have multiplied by 2. Now here if you don't want to do full-fledged nitrate, so simply you take nitrate. How many NO3 are there? If how many NO3 are there? 2 NO3 are there. Simply you can multiply by 2. So this you will learn when you will be doing more practice. Practice makes it very easy for you to do any chemical equation, whatever the difficulty level may be for that chemical reaction. So now if you talk of next, aluminium plus copper nitrate, this is a displacement single, and here see here. So now basically you have to see that the atom should be same. For example, if you startingly if you do aluminium is balanced only, we need not to do that. So if you talk of copper, here copper also balanced. So now here nitrate was the main problem. So just take total NO3. You can take individually also, no problem. I don't have any problem if you calculate N2, 2 are there and here it is 3. So how to make it same? So you have to make it 6, then only it will be same. Therefore you have multiplied by 3. But I would like to say you that instead of calculating one nitrogen, you combine NO3, check how many NO3 are there. If you don't consider this 3, 3. So you take NO3, 2 at 2. This NO3 combinedly, if you take 2 NO3 are there. Here how many are there? 3. So how to make? So you cannot make it into 3 here. You have to multiply by 3 here. 3 into 2, 6 would be there. Then here it would be 2 into 3, 6. So there are multiple ways to do the balancing equation. Once you are doing more practice, you will be equipped to handle. If you want to do for atoms, let us say nitrogen, N atom is 2 atoms. Now here I cannot make it 2 because already it is 3 atoms of nitrogen. So common LCM if you take, so 6 only will come. So you have to multiply by 2 here. If you have to multiply by 3 here. Once 3 copper is coming here, so you have to multiply by 3 here. Once 2 aluminium is coming here, you have to multiply by 2 aluminium. So this is the way. This method is known as hit and try method. Hit and try. So there is no hard and fast rule ki do this. It is not. You have to do this method only. That method is known as hit and try method. So now here see. So there we don't have 3 here, we don't have 2, 3, we don't have anything. So PbO plus ammonia. Now see, if Pb you check, Pb is okay. Now oxygen you check, oxygen is also okay. Nitrogen you check, nitrogen is not okay. 2 atoms here, here 1 atom. So you have multiplied by 2. So now hydrogen, because once you fix anything, then you try that others should be changed, not this one. So hydrogen is now 6. So 6 so you have multiplied by 3, though hydrogen will change. Now oxygen 3 came, now you have to multiply by 3 here. So 3 Pb came, so 3 Pb. So this is hit and try method. For see, here in this what we have done. First we checked Pb was okay, so we didn't touch that. Then we checked that oxygen is okay, we didn't touch that. Then we checked that nitrogen is not okay, then we multiply by 2 here to balance nitrogen. Once you are balancing nitrogen, then hydrogen is getting changed. So if hydrogen is getting changed, you have changed the hydrogen here. If hydrogen is getting changed, oxygen is getting changed, so you have multiplied by 3 here. So if 3 PbO is there, then 3 lead change, so accordingly 3 Pb multiply. So this is hit and try method. So you should be very careful for that. So once you are doing more practice, more easy it would be to balance the equation. Similarly, simple equations are also there, like MgHCl. I always focus on the simple one thing, that how the formula coming into play. So magnesium valency is 2 and chlorine valency is 1. Cross multiply, what would be the formula? You need to think that, because here the products has been given, but sometimes products would not be given. So then what you will do? So therefore we need to understand that what would be the molecular formula of the products. You should be capable of thinking. Okay, MgCl2, because Mg valency is 2, Cl valency is 1, cross multiply MgCl2. This way we have to balance. Now see how here 2 chlorine were there, so here we have to multiply by 2 to make it chlorine same. So 2 hydrogen there, hydrogen is 2, magnesium is 1, so everything is okay. Law of conservation of mass is obeyed. So here NaOH plus H2SO4 give rise to Na2SO4. See, some reactions are very easy to understand. Like B, this reaction, this is metal acid reaction. Whenever metal acid reaction would be there, whenever, please remember, whenever any metal acid reaction will be there, salt will be found along with hydrogen. So you need not to bother much. So you know that whatever may be the reaction, zinc plus HCl, zinc chloride hydrogen, zinc plus H2SO4, zinc sulfate plus hydrogen, iron plus HCl, FeCl2 plus hydrogen. So this way, any metal react with acid to give metal, salt and hydrogen. This is the basic behind this reaction. Okay, similarly next reaction is acid plus base gives salt and water. So acid, which is the acid? Sulfuric acid. NaOH is the base. Acid plus base give rise to salt and water. Now you have to see that first you have to start with the metal. Let us say sodium. Sodium 1 here, here sodium 2. So you are multiplying 2. So once you are multiplying 2, you check the sulfate. Sulfate is okay. Here also, fine. So now you 2 multiply Na, then here Na2 also there. The oxygen, you can check 2 oxygen here, 4 and 4 plus 2, 6. So here total is 4, 4 plus 2, 6. That's all. So similarly, if you are saying this Na2SO3 plus S give rise to Na2S2O3. So this way we can balance any of the reactions, provided we know the basic behind that, how formulas are formed. Now next is NaCl. This is a decomposition type of reaction. Now see here, chlorine molecule is there. Chlorine molecule, how to move is, so see here, Cl2. You have to check atoms. How many atoms are there in a chlorine molecule? 2. So you have to multiply by 2 here. So once you are 2 multiplying, sodium is changed now. So sodium you are multiplying here. So this is the way to do. So you have to balance atoms, not molecules. So only one and think only again, repeating again and again. So you have to balance atoms, not molecules. So similarly here, this type of reaction normally not coming. So just you can check it. So this way sulfur we have balanced. 4 sulfur is here CCl4. Okay, so now the next topic is information obtained. Let us say this reaction is there, Na plus Cl to give NaCl. What information is given? It is a solid, it is a gas, it is a solid. This is one information. Second thing is 2 sodium atom combined with 1 molecule of chlorine give rise to 2 molecule of NaCl, or 2 atoms of sodium combined with 2 atoms of chlorine to give 2 molecule of NaCl. Okay, so this way, or if you can calculate mass also we can calculate moles also. Whatever is there is the coefficient, that is moles, 2 moles, 1 mole and 2 moles. We should not take this subscript. Subscript is attached with that. That is a molecule. Okay, so mass and all that you will study more about in the next coming chapter and in the 10th class also. Okay. Now we are going to take up the next part of the topic, that is type of chemical reaction. One is combination. Combination means 2 reactants are combining to form one product. Okay, and these 2 combining reactant can be atom or molecule, and the product formed will be molecule. Okay, so similarly, let us say metal plus oxygen give metal oxide, aluminium plus oxygen give aluminium. So please try to understand that I don't know what will be formed. So how to think? Aluminium valence is 3, oxygen valence is 2, cross multiply Al2O3. This basic thing you should keep in mind and use that. That is very important. Carbon dioxide. See, carbon valency is 4, oxygen valency is 2. So if you cancel, 2:1 will come. So 2 cross multiply C1O2. So this way carbon dioxide is formed. Similarly, Fe and Br2. Fe valency is 3 here. In this case, 3 valency is there. Br valency is 1. Cross multiply FeBr3. So basic thing you should understand that how the products are coming. Lithium valency is 1, OH valency is -1, so cross multiply 1 will come, LiOH. So similarly, non-metal oxide, oxyacid, earlier we have discussed, earlier it was phosphorus and decaoxide. So here this here P2O5, I earlier told you that phosphorus valency is 5, oxygen valency is 2, cross multiply P2O5, water will be H3PO4. Phosphate also we discussed, phosphate 3 valency is there, H valency is 1, cross multiply H3PO4. So this way we can balance the reactions. I would request you one thing, that you can write all these reactions and try to balance yourself. Once you are able to balance, so it means your task is over. Slowly when you do the simple reactions, all the complicated reactions also you can solve it very easily. Okay, so now let us see. So this is not required. Okay, this is not fine. Okay, let us start with the decomposition. So in decomposition reactions, decomposition takes place means a molecule is converted to atoms, or a big molecule is converted to small molecules or atoms. So like this can be done through laxity, this can be done through heat, so this can be done through electric current passing. Okay, and even though electric discharge also. Okay, metal oxide, for example, if you heat metal and oxygen you will get. So fine. So this is way how to do that. So similarly, calcium carbonate gives rise to calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. So here you can decompose calcium carbonate, but you cannot decompose Na2CO3 because sodium is highly reactive and it is not releasing the carbon dioxide or any, because this is highly affinity for the oxygen. That's why carbon dioxide and all that will not be released when you are heating Na2CO3. Okay, so therefore except 1A. 1A means group 1. Group 1 means sodium, potassium, that elements. Okay, similarly, any bicarbonates or carbonates, when you are heating sodium bicarbonate, when you are heating Na2CO3, carbon dioxide and water, bicarbonates are there. Okay, I am not telling you carbonates. Please remember that. Na2CO3 if it is coming, that is not possible, but here it is possible for bicarbonates. Similarly, magnesium bicarbonates also can be converted to oxide, carbon dioxide and water. Okay, so these are the basic things we should keep in mind whenever we are taking up some balancing the equation. Similarly, hydrated salt, copper sulfate 5 water give rise to copper sulfate 5 water. I will suggest you to write the equation without balancing, means skeletal equation you write and then try to balance. So this is the way to do the more practice. Okay, next is chlorates. So chlorates, you know that method of preparation of oxygen you have done in 8th class also. Similarly, nitrates. Nitrate means NO3, sodium 1, cross multiply NaNO3, nitrite, NO2 -1 and sodium +1. So thereby we can get NaNO2 and oxygen. And similarly, sodium peroxides. Peroxide H2O2, hydrogen peroxide is there, sodium valency 1, oxygen -1 in this case. Therefore, sodium peroxide. Please remember that in peroxide, oxygen valency is -1, not -2. Okay, and here Na2O2, here oxygen valency is -2 and sodium valency is 1. So cross multiply Na2. Okay, so these are decomposed by, some are decomposed by electrolysis, some by heat, some electrolysis means passing electricity only. Water is when you pass electricity, electrolysis, hydrogen and oxygen, and you know that hydrogen will be obtained at cathode and oxygen will be evolved at anode. Similarly, sodium at cathode, chlorine, this is should be Cl2. Okay, we have found the error. What was the error? Here 2Cl, and here we cannot put 2Cl2 in the front. No, that's wrong. Cl2, chlorine gas. Okay, not chlorine atoms. So please do try to understand. This is the why we kept, because you should be trying to know that what is wrong in this. Okay, so similarly, so you can balance these reactions also. Silicon, hydrogen, hydrogen peroxide, water and oxygen, barium carbonate, BaCO2 and calcium sulfate and KCO3, and here also some error is there. Are you able to find out? E, one error is there. E, in E, what is the error? So because this error is meant to think so that to create your abstracted thinking. So here you can find that K2 is there, but here no, 2 is not 2 is multiplied. So you have to multiply 2 here, 2 KHCO3, then only the reaction will be balanced. Okay, see, if you multiply 2K, okay, 2H, fine, and 2 carbon, fine, 2 into 3, 6, 3 plus 2, 5 plus 1, 6, that's all. Okay, so now next reaction is displacement. So displacement can be for metal displacement, hydrogen displacement, halogen displacement. So let us discuss one by one. If you are talking of metal displacement, A plus BC. Metal displacement means high reactive metal will displace the low reactive. So for that we need to know about the reactivity series. So that you have understood in 8th class also. These are the reactivity series. Sodium, potassium, lithium, sodium, potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc. This is the way, and normally in your book might be some few elements might not be there. Okay, so we should know the basic thing, like zinc is above the iron and potassium is above sodium. So this part you should be very clear, and copper is below, copper, mercury and all that. All these things you should keep in mind. Although this reactivity series you will do again in hydrogen chapter. Hydrogen displacement, that was first metal displacement, second is hydrogen, like this. This is already we have done. Metal plus acid give metal salt and hydrogen gas. Similarly, sodium plus water also hydrogen gas will be released and NaOH. Instead of salt it is NaOH. Okay, so similarly aluminium plus water give rise to aluminium oxide and hydrogen. Okay, this is moderate reactivity. Moderate reactivity, what is the meaning? Because magnesium is more reactive than sodium and sodium is more reactive than aluminium. If you go down means cadmium, cobalt, nickel, tin, lead, that may not displace hydrogen from acid. Why? Because it may displace hydrogen from acid but not from water, because they are less reactive. So similarly, below the hydrogen, let us see here, below the hydrogen, these metals will not be able to displace even from acids, and this can be displaced with the help of acid, not water. Okay, so this is the way some reactivity series we should be able to understand that how this reactivity series takes place. In next chapter you will understand more about this reactivity series. We will discuss in detail. Now I am covering only the type of reactions. A plus BC, so there also displacement is there. Displacement of what? Displacement of non-metal. So now we have to check which is more reactive. Actually chlorine is more reactive than bromine. So therefore bromine is displaced and chlorine takes the space of bromine. Similarly bromine is more reactive, so I is removed. Displacement. In double displacement reaction, two compounds exchange components. Okay, exchange components to produce the two new compounds. So AB plus CD gave rise to ADCB. So let us see the types. This is like same as acid plus base give rise to salt and water. Similarly, precipitation reaction, sodium valence is 1, sulfate valence is 2, Na2SO4, barium valence is 2, chlorine valence is 1, cross multiply. Similarly, barium valence is 1, sulfate valence is barium valence is 2, sulfate valence is 2, so BaSO4. So this way products can be formed. Okay, and so some more reactions are also there, like any acid we are adding in the carbonate salt, we will get water and carbon dioxide, and if you are adding acid in the Na2SO3, we are getting some NaNO3, sulfur dioxide and water. Okay, so this reactions we can just practice some of the reactions, but we will be taking this is better. And carbon dioxide plus hydrogen give rise to methanol. This is a type of combination reaction. Aluminium plus water give rise to aluminium hydroxide. This is displacement type of reaction. Aluminium hydroxide, AlCl3, double displacement. I think you can write this reaction and check your answers. That will be more better. Okay. So thank you very much for your patient hearing. Thanks.